Fox 8 Local First starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Liz Reyes. Well, new at noon, family members identify the person found dead inside a home. An explosion in Avondale this morning. Andres Fuentes joins us live from Avondale Garden and 4th Street with the latest.
And Liz, I was able to talk to the family not too long ago. They were able to identify the person who unfortunately died here on Avondale Garden. That's Dolores Gabriel. Now, they tell me that she was in her 80s, a beloved member, not even along this block, but just here among her community, among her family members. And they said that she was living here with other family members at her house at the time of this explosion. Let me step out of the way real quick, give you guys a live look at the scene. As we're seeing it right now, as you can see, fire investigators are taking out charred remains as they do their preliminary investigation into this home where Miss Dolores lived. The details that we do know from Jefferson Parish fire officials is that around 5 o'clock this morning there was a concrete truck at a nearby construction site that backed into the gas line. Now that sent gas all across this block and throughout the neighborhood, and that's what prompted fire officials to get here first on the scene to assess things, as well as get here with Atmos to try and close up that leaking line. Now investigators were here on the scene when suddenly this property sparked up into flames. You can see all the charred remains along the side and inside of the home as well. That's what fire officials walked into originally. They tell me that unfortunately Miss Dolores lived in the back of this property, was not able to get out. The 5 other family members that lived here on the property with her right now in the hospital. We're still waiting on more details from officials on that, but just speaking with elected leaders here on the scene, they tell us that the tragedy that unfolded really was something that caught them off guard and caught people here in the area off guard.
It's a very sad morning for us. I'm just here to support our firefighting team and our first responders, but it's difficult, and it's difficult because in speaking to many of the people that I thought were neighbors, they're actually all family members. So there's a lot of family up and down the street, a lot of relatives, and it's difficult because I'm sure they heard the explosion, and to know that they lost a family member and that it's a very, very difficult morning for us.
And what we can say is that Atmos crews are still here in the area assessing things, but the line has been shut off completely. There's no worry about that lingering into the neighborhood, but there is still gas in some of the homes. We've been up and down the block. We're seeing a lot of the open doors and windows trying to get that gas to fully vacate the property. And in the meantime, we have neighbors here going on 7 hours without able to actually go in their homes and trying to really bounce back after what happened here on their block. When we have more information about the loved ones involved in this tragedy, we'll be updating you both on air and online. But just an update, just another clarification, this street here, Avondale Garden and 4th Street in the surrounding neighborhood, safe from any sort of gases. I spoke with fire officials. They tell me there shouldn't be any sort of concern for them going into the evening, but there is still gas lingering in some of the properties. And if you are watching this and haven't been able to come back home, they do advise you to come back, open up all the windows and doors, and just let that gas go out, and hopefully the smell would also follow suit. But for now, reporting live, Andres Fuentes, Fox 8 Local First.